Hi folks, after much mucking around and deliberating, I've come up with the best so far with the pallet there and this board here. It's very, very warm now. We're going up to about 32, 33 plus today. It's hard to work up any enthusiasm for anything. Let's just look, we kind of have paid work to do, apart from Patreon. Right, what we've got is cadmium yellow light. I think it's cadmium yellow light. I should know this after 20 years. Pale hue, there. Winton or Winton Newton was a 200mm tube. I've got a couple more tubes ready to go, which I bought last week. Now I need to remind you that all this costs money. So I would appreciate if some of you went on and made a donation to my Patreon site channel. It'd be much appreciated. All right, okay, advert over. I'm just going to start painting. I've got nothing in my head as usual. I wonder if I could just I'm not going to alter anything. I could come over that way just a little bit, but I won't. No. Right, I've got some oil, some refined linseed oil. I like using this, but I'm using it because I bought it cheap in a sale price in a warehouse art emporium in Truro some years ago, and I've never really got around to using it, but I'm finding that it does dry quite quickly, so that's good enough for me, and it's non-toxic, being a vegetable. I also use the alkyd, the walnut alkyd medium, which is very, very good. I dilute that with a bit of ordinary walnut oil from the supermarket. You can eat it actually. I don't know about the alkyd resin, but you can sprinkle it on your salad. Right, I'm going to put in, well, do we want a stream? We do a lot of streams, don't we? Put a bit of road in. Lake District. Let's go for drama. So I'll just let's have a bit of blue, bit of red. Not a red. I love the black. That's my stock colour for mixing greens these days. I do love it. It makes wonderful greens. Now, don't try to make a finished painting to start. I know I say this every time, but just the idea is just cover. And I'm improvising this to a certain extent. I will be drawing on my faulty memory. I've got the board at about 70 degrees angle. Instead of upright, it seems to be a better position for the webcam, which I did one earlier for you, a watercolour, but the next ones will be on Patreon, I have to say, because got to be fair to everyone, and they can watch these public demos anyway. But I've got about 200 videos on Patreon now. Okay, so let's get that nice and dark there. So bit of a lake. I like. No, I'm a bit of rough ground. I do like rough ground. This is a bit of that. So we'll have a bit of a path, a bit of yellow in there. I don't know. I'm just painting. Let's have some dark trees in there. yellow. Overnight, I did a painting yesterday. Of the Wandle, and there was a lot of the yellow and the white left over, so I wrapped a piece of cling film, this stuff, shrink wrap, sandwich packaging, and kept it all nice and moist. For overnight until now. It was staying definitely in a nice workable condition. See, it's a shame to throw it away, isn't it? I don't like throwing anything away. Right, just the greenery. Could be a meadow with a bit of a pond or something, a bit of lake. Bit of a stream. Going across there now. Use another cloth. I save toweling. That's a bit overexposed because it's so bright, and I've adjusted the camera, the webcam, to not be overexposed, but I'm going to leave that as it is for a while and trust it is okay. So let's put in a bit of light sky, yellow or cad red. And I'm not making anything definite, I'm just putting paints. Because it's so wet, it's very easy to change. Okay, I want drama, I don't want a blue sky in this one. I just want... So you can see how wet it is. But that will start to go tacky in a while, so let's just work on the foreground in the brush. This is one of these Pro Art inch varnish brushes for some texture. Not at all concerned with what it looks like at the moment. The orange. If you watch this, Chrissy Art, have a look at her channel. She's very good at acrylic painter. Very, very interesting. Loves what she does, and her enthusiasm is infectious. She's got a lovely presentation. Chrissy Canvas Art. Highly entertaining. Now that's going stiff there. Some nice cool tones in there. Right, now the camera, the webcam, is adjusted quite nicely for that, I think. The white is looking very white, but I think we're okay. Right, let's get some more texture in that side now. Oil, black. If my palette gets a little bit too murky, it's a bit rubbishy, I can clean it off. So that yellow ochre, I can't make a sandy colour easily, but it doesn't matter. We'll make some, won't we? I had black to that. I wonder what. I'll do it here. Go greeny. No, I want that water. I know. I'll put some reflection on the water. This won't be white. This will be off colour. It'll almost be like Hayling Island that I painted a month or so ago. The thing we went with is very seriously ill now. Must be the Usher effect. Okay. Let's put some banks up there. Shadow. Put a bit of black in that. Queen of colours. Hayling Island is the beautiful island from mainland UK to the east of Portsmouth. A series of peninsulas that stick out. Thorney Island, Hayling Island, absolutely gorgeous part of the world. But it's proving very, very popular for people to live there. So it's getting more and more crowded, built up. But the coast itself is saltmarshy. The whole area is saltmarsh. It's just glorious. We have many camping holidays down Southbourne, the Chichester, Bosham. That's why I do so many paintings of it from photographs. I do work from photographs, don't get me wrong, but I do my own thing. I don't copy them slavishly. I want an effect these days. I'll try and put this in a mount. Don't want to be too long on this because I want to watch the Tour de France. Some wonderful ideas there. The coverage, the TV coverage of it is superb. Helicopters, drones, all sorts going over chateaux. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. France is an incredibly beautiful country. But so is my little Wandle, my little river Wandle. Oh, it's dramatise this now. Just blend a bit of that. Let's put my trees in again. Nice silhouette trees. Maybe I'll take that sky down a bit. I'll mix a bit of black just to make it a little bit quicker. Let's get that dark down there. So those trees can be sort of going off into the distance. Okay, let's go back to that. These are lovely brushes, but you're close up to the board. But because my slide is almost on my table, the bit I use for my table, I can't go any lower, so a long handled brush wouldn't be any good for doing grasses. So let's get that going down there. Bit yellow. It's quite hard going back to watercolours after enjoying all this lovely oil. It's the oil that you use. You can get fast drying oils, fast drying linseed oil, which is a lovely, lovely thing to use. So we'll have the trees going down there, going off a bit. Let's have a bit of blue, a bit of green, a bit of white. Oops. So I show the low tide. I keep hitting the camera, sorry. Don't like that colour of that. That's I'm going to try to paint it. All right, yellow. Lovely, gorgeous greens, look. Ah, too much white on that. Right, let's have some light on that horizon now. Clean the brush. Well, for my British friends, I hope you're enjoying the weather, making the most of it, because it won't last forever. Let's get that. Trying to go uphill, Dave. The lightest of greens. Oh, camera, that went my head. Light against dark. If you can see the paint shining. I find this incredibly therapeutic. Okay. Get some more dark. I use red and black. That's good dark. And then that shadow in there, I can counter change some greens. You can, if you do this sort of thing, you can paint the whole lot like a warm, reddy black, greeny black, and as it dries you can counter change over the top of it. It'd be lovely. Right, back to those trees. No, back to the sky. Let's find another one of these brushes. I've got loads of them, so do you think I can find them? Don't want to use a new one. I've got this job to myself. Let's use an old one. Let's not use an old one. Let's find. I get used to not using these brushes, but when I do use them, I think they're superb. As long as they don't go too soft. Otherwise, the bristles will just go all over the place. Now, I just want to do some sky now. So let's get some grayer. Did you see? Could you see that? There's no great impasto on this. Impasto is, if you don't know, is thick paint. A bit of black in there. A bit of red. To sort of build the sky up as we go along, all the way across. Right. Clean the brush. The nails sometimes come out of these brushes, these tiny little pins. What I do when they fall out, I get a veneer pin, bang it through, snip it off the other, leaving about an eighth of an inch the other side, and just put one end on a pair of pliers, a bit of metal surface, and hit it with my tack hammer. And then it's perfect. Giving all my secrets away. I like to go all this softly blended. So the greatest light with the greatest dark there. So I'm going back over the trees, but I can soon put the trees back. It's lost and found. You lose it, then you go back and find it again. Oh, the camera again. Oh, I'll get some light on there. I think it's all progressing that way, isn't it? Right, so a bit of white, bit of yellow, bit of oil. All I ever wanted to learn to do with painting was trees and skies. Not people, not portraits, just landscape. So obviously my heroes are Seago, Constable Turner, Western, me. I do work for my own paintings as often as not. Got a lot of them. I keep some of that horizon there. It's got a nice warm light. Gosh, it's really hot up here. Can you see me melting? Now patch is starting up. Oh, get some bit of yellowy green. Right here. Sort of layer it, different effects going through. So you see the black gives a wonderful range of greens, the way that I'm showing you. Soften. Okay, it's gradually lightening up. Clean the brush and a bit of blending. Soften, going off into some sort of distance there. Right. Dip. Right, I'm going to just lift this camera up a little bit. I keep whacking it. Okay, that's a bit better. Well, good luck, I see. Just done. Right, now I want some very light greens now. And then probably a bit dark behind those. Right, oops. I must remember I've got plenty of room down that side. Oh, well, I'll dip that in the oil, the brush, then just run it through the cloth. Right, now go for the sky. When it goes off, I can just soften the edges of it. But I want more light in it. Very unrealistic sky, but it's a bit of abstract. Let's get that grey back. Yeah. Soften. Red, yellow, white. Ready colour there. The red will complement the green. Oh, sun's green. We're not expecting any rain down here. South London, suburbia. So it's going nicely now. What I don't want is that following around there. So we'll increase the size of that cloud. Plenty of white, bit of oil. A little bit better. Get this linked up. Soften all that. It's going to nothing. So give me some of those brush marks. Well, the sky's coming on. So 3 colours, well, 2 colours and white. Coming out of oil there. Let's put some dark greys back now. Then I'll go back into a bit of water. A bit blue, bit black. bit of red, bit of white, bit of oil. Don't be frightened of using a bit of black. It's a shortcut. So I've got the light on the right. Well, I'm not sure I'm going to go any much further with that sky. I quite like the movement of it. Goodness. So we've got a bit of a break there. Right, let's go back into a bit of this water. I'm using a lot of this graphene. I'm just going to pour some more oil in there. So bear with me, but I just clean it out a bit. All sorts of greens in there. I had this pot for years. It's probably got about 1/8 of an inch of dried up or semi-dried oil in there of all sorts. Right, bit of oil. But I want the same colour as the clouds, really, more or less. Catch a little bit of light. And that's I'm putting a bit of impasto. There are lots of little inlets at low tide. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, let's go a bit of grey. I'll put that in the mountain there. Now what I really want is some good lights in here. So red, yellow, load of white, lump of oil. A real good warm of the grasses. Just a bit of highlight. Same over here. A bit of dark. Back in there. Sort of a sandy colour, but not really. Right, a bit of lighter, much lighter green in this bit here of the late afternoon. Light catching behind there. Try to show some undulations. Okay, well, then we've got a painting there. Could do with a bit more light in there. Soft. I don't think I can improve that much. Probably a bit of light in there. No real indications of where the light source is. But now I've only got these three colours to play with. Let's get the grey back. Try and show layers of sky now. Not enough. Right, it's dark under that line of cloud there, I think. Red, black, blue, oil, white. Whoops, went down the hole then. Bit of a half Metis or a seagull sky. Although I don't compare myself to the great man. Bit of red. Right, I'm going to let that go. I quite like it. I'll put a mount on it. Let's move that to the side. That could be tricky. I haven't done a lot up there, have I? Really need to do some work up there. Forgot that bit. I was so carried away with the rest of it. I'll just blend that a bit. Ah, cramp. Did you ever get that? Well, that'll do. It is a demo after all. Right, yeah, a bit of tape. I've only got 2 corners that I've painted over. Oh no, 4 corners. Sorry, so right. Cool. Put this dirty one on. Good one. Yeah, but I'll put it about the mount. But there it is. It's turned out to be a memory of Hayling Island. The sea would be that side. Go over a bit. The seaside. And this would be the inlet going out to the sea. With a background of trees, water up there. Ah, it's quite interesting. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye bye.